morning everyone, and I hope we're ready for another story, and this one is about a man called Abraham. There was once a man called Abraham, and God told him to go on a long journey to a new country. So he set out with his family, his camels, his cattle and his sheep on this journey. At last he arrived in the land God had promised. There were green valleys and flowing rivers. It was a beautiful place to live. Abraham had brought his nephew Lot with him. But Lot argued a lot with Abraham. He wanted the best land for his sheep and his goats. But Abraham was very kind and he said, "All right, Lot, you can have the best land. You take that." God promised Abraham, one day you will have many children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren in your family. But Abraham was now very old, and his wife Sarah was old too old really to have children. But one day they had some visitors, some strangers arrived, and they had a message from God for Abraham. You are going to have a son, they promised. And sure enough, Sarah had a baby boy. She named him Isaac. He was a lovely baby and he grew up to be a fine young man. He helped his father Abraham with the land. Abraham sent one of his servants on a journey to find a special wife for Isaac. The servant stopped at a well. God said to him, "The woman who gives water to your camels shall be Isaac's wife." A young woman came to the well. "Would you like water for your camel?" she asked. At once the servant knew God wanted her to be Isaac's wife. Her name was Rebecca. And Rebecca marries Isaac, and they have two sons, one called Jacob and one called Esau. Now, we haven't got a little song that goes with that story, but we've got another little poem that I'm going to say and see if you might know the words and you can pick them up. And it's called, "He gave me eyes so I could see." He gave me eyes so I could see the wonders of the world. Without my eyes, I could not see the other boys and girls. He gave me ears so I could hear the wind and rain and sea. I've got to tell it to the world, God made me. He gave me lips so I could speak and say what's in my mind. Without my lips, I could not speak a single word or line. He made my mind so I could think and choose what I should be. I've got to tell it to the world, God made me. He gave me hands so I could touch and hold 1,000 things. I need my hands to help me write, to help me fetch and bring. These feet he made so I could run, he meant me to be free. I've got to tell it to the world, God made me. Bye.